Hi folks. Welcome to another rugby review. For this one, I'm doing Ireland versus England, the Six Nations, and a game that took place over the weekend. It was played in Dublin, Ireland. A game of high stakes for Ireland, because they were playing for a Grand Slam. Basically, they were playing for the perfect Six Nations title. So it had to deliver. It had to give us quality rugby. It had to be, an intense game. But of course, because Ireland were playing at home, I expected them to breeze through, to put England away with ease. You're playing at home and you're the top team. They are the top team right now, Ireland. So it really started well, and I surprised with a very surprising start actually, because in the opening stages, England looked really sharp. They looked really sharp. The defense was very good from England. Of the two teams, actually, Ireland looked a bit off. They looked very rattled. They looked rattled. They didn't look themselves in the beginning of this game. You could see that early on that England had showed up. They've showed up to this game, and as a result of this pressure they put on the Irish, England managed to get 3 points early on in the game through Owen Farrell's boot there. Few moments later, Hugo Keenan makes a break inside the English 22 and to nearly score for the Irish, but the ball gets turned over. Again, it's one of those loose breaks, But overall, it's England who are doing well here. It's England who are dominating the contact zones. It's England who are doing well in the breakdown. The defense of England is just doing well here. Ireland look out of touch early on in this game. England are working very hard in their defense. They are coming out very aggressively. They're not putting numbers in the racks, which I think is making them have parity in their defense and numbers when they are defending Ireland. I said that Ireland have found their balance on when to take the ball to the line or when to go wide. They look rattled. They don't look themselves early on here because England really is playing well. But then Ireland they quickly get a line out close to the English, inside the England's at 22, close to the English tie line. It's a line out, and I see Denshian talking to Andrew Porter. And from here you realize that it's going to be a set piece move, anything. And then the ball gets thrown in, and it's taken by, and then Ireland tried to drive a maul from this line out close to the English try line, and they try to drive a maul, and then Denshian comes in. I think he makes a shout to Van de Fleer to break away from the maul. And Van de Fleer breaks away from the maul, and then he makes an outside pass to Denshian, who's making a good strong run to go and reach over and crash over the English try line. Again, it's a good, well executed set piece play from Ireland. This one is straight from the field. It's well rehearsed. It's a call. It's one of those things you bring to a game. When you go to a game, bring secret weapons to surprise the opposition. Caught them off guard. That's what Ireland did here. England are not expecting this. Then a few minutes after that, the game becomes a mess now, because now England get a red card from what I think is an accidental collision, because Freddie Stewart stood his ground, and this guy Keenan ran to him. It happened in a flash of a second, and unfortunately his head hit Freddie Stewart's arm, and then I think he got concussed a bit. Not concussed, but he had to go for an HIA. But I think this is the moment where the game is over for England, because you can't play Ireland away from home with 14 men with second half still to come. So I think this kills the whole thing, and it kills the whole game. I'm not impressed by this decision from the referee. I think it was too harsh for England. They deserved something from this game. I think if they've given opportunity, they could have done something and maybe do something, or win the game, because Ireland looked rattled in this game. So Ireland pick up from the Keenan penalty and try to push for a score. They try to attack England before half time, but England defense again holds on, 14-man defense. They hold on, and Jacob Piper, the referee, blows his half time whistle. So the teams go to half time with the scores at Ireland 10, England 6. So the boys come back from the sheds, and England win a scrum penalty. I think about 5 minutes into the second half, England win a scrum penalty, about 35 meters out from the Irish posts, and Owen Farrell opts to kick for 3 points, and then the score becomes 10-9. And again, by this time, the game is balanced. There is no one really, but then I would say England are the ones actually who are doing well because they are playing away. You expect the Irish to be the ones who take the initiative and do something. Ireland concede another scrum penalty. This time the referee says it's Andrew Poulter who's collapsing the scrum. You see, Andrew Poulter is not a good. So to say this, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything to anyone. Yeah, but Andrew Poulter is not the greatest scrum. He's not a good scrummager in that Irish team. He's the opposite of, actually he's not opposite, the opposite of Tate Furlong. Tate Furlong is a great scrummager there. But Andrew Poulter, in the scrums, I think that's where the weakness is, the scrums. I think teams are going to be looking at this and they're going to be making some plans for him. Because he's collapsing the scrum. He's supposed to hold the scrum for these guys. Tate Furlong is doing well, by the way, in the scrums by this time. He's holding the scrums very well. He's driving nicely, but the problem is coming from number 1, Potter. The Irish finally get to score a try from a 5-meter scrum through Robbie Henshaw. So they get it. So Ireland kick a ball to the English 22, and Anthony Watson gets the ball, and then it's driven to his try in goal area. So it's a scrum, 5-meter scrum for Ireland. And from this scrum, they take it out and give it to Henshaw, who crashes over and score a beautiful try for the Irish. Ireland come back again to knock at England's try. They come back and they attack England, and this time they are varying their attacks. You know Ireland, they take it inside, or sometimes they're not even. They don't shy away from using the short side, and they do that here. They use the short side a lot through Dan Sheehan, who shows some good footwork. Dan Sheehan, to go and score a beautiful try, to finish a beautiful try on the short side for Ireland. It's a beautiful try from the Irish. I like the number 2. I like Dan Sheehan a lot. He's very talented. This guy. He's a top player, very good hooker. I like his feet. He has a lot of good feet when he has the ball. He likes using his feet a lot to find the weak shoulder of the opposition. So yeah, I like him a lot. He reminds me of Hropler from the Bulls. Yeah, I like him a lot. There's talent here and he's young also for Ireland. So he's a top player, Dan Sheehan. But so from this Dan Sheehan score, the overall score of the game becomes Ireland 24, England 9. England hit back with their own try from a maul close to the Irish try line, and they drive the maul and they go over to score through Jamie George. So again, it's fighting back spirit from England. They're fighting back. They're saying they're not done. They still want to win this game, although it looks like Ireland are gonna win. But England have that spirit of never give up attitude. Unfortunately for England, they are reduced to 13 men because now Jack Willis gets a yellow card for lifting Ross Byrne in the tackle. He lifts him above the horizontal, and the ref gives him a yellow card. I don't think it's a yellow card again. I think it's just a penalty. But hey, we're not referees, guys. We are not referees. But it's not a yellow card. This reduces them to 13 men. And I don't agree. I don't agree with the red card. I don't agree with this yellow card. But hey, I'm not taking it away from Ireland. They played well in the second half. The Irish again hunt for another try, and they scored through Rob Hilling, through Rob Herring from a maul that is driven close to the English try line there. So Rob Herring breaks off from the maul that the Irish initially drive and goes on to score a beautiful try for Ireland. So the score becomes 29 Ireland and England 16. By this time, England are not going to come back. The game is finished already because there are a few plays after this, up until the referee blows his whistle for full time. Score 29 to Ireland, 16 to England. Ireland win the Grand Slam. Congratulations to them. But overall, I think England showed up for this game. They really rattled Ireland. They really rattled them. If it was not for that red card, I think they would have done something here. Yeah, they would have done something because I think they stayed on the game for the longest time in the game. But yeah, Ireland moved forward to the World Cup as favorites to win this World Cup. They are favorites. They are expected. We look at them and we see that they have to win the World Cup. I think from the honest observation, anything below winning this World Cup, I think would be a failure. With so many, I think they have good players. They've been doing so well. The number one team in the world. So you've got to go pick it up in the World Cup, and prove to everyone that you are the bull that you think you are. Not gonna be easy. But I'm not gonna go too much into that. The World Cup. Yeah. So the player that impressed me is Dan Sheehan, who was the man of the match for Ireland. He's a top player. I really like this guy. He's a top player. Good fit when he has the ball. He's a good player, reliable. That's what they should be doing. Yeah. Not a typically hard man, just a good player. He's a runner off the ball. He's a running hooker. He likes running. Good hands. Yeah. So he's reliable. Good player. Good luck to Ireland. Going forward. And the media, the Irish media, have to tone it down a bit. Just don't write too many things about these guys. Just write decent stories and let these guys just do their work, because let these guys do their work, go about their business quietly. Don't write these stories. Don't praise these guys too much. You need to go to a World Cup quietly. Try to tone it down a bit. These headlines and stuff. But yeah, good luck to them. Thanks.